talking to a beautiful friend of mine, and we're talking about being a parent and how things change so rapidly, especially when you are a parent and you're working with little children, and all their emotions and all their feelings and everything that's coming up. And it's like navigating through a minefield. Like in this moment, everything feels fine. And the next moment, oh my gosh, it all blows up. And what happened here? And you're kind of going, oh my gosh, what happened in this moment? It's very interesting how this happens in all of our lives. And part of it is that we're all struggling with our own inner emotions, our sense of inadequacy and our sense of despair and all our pain and trauma signals. We're all trying to cope with these and still try and maintain decent relationships around us. But we can't do this without little sparks and little fires and little catalytic thoughts and ideas and feelings igniting something in us, some memory or some feeling of sadness or longing or despair or frustration or anger, resentment, hate, fear, all those things. So something's going to spark us in a given moment. So what do we do in these spaces, and how do we manage to stay in that space where we can still feel like we're honoring ourselves, where we can hold our space and we can breathe and we can connect to what it is that we are feeling and just go, okay, that's all right. I'm not the evil mother or the evil father, and I'm still a decent person. And still breathe and honor your own truth, and then also see the point of view of pain that the other is busy exhibiting. Challenging times, very challenging times. So a couple of the things that we were talking about that might be relevant and might help you is, first of all, don't set things up towards an outcome. In other words, don't lay out a foundation of expectation. Because when we do this, we expect this. We have this expectation of what's to come. We always place in another energy of dependency. I will give you this if you behave like that. This little dependency cord, this little energy that says this will happen, you can expect this to happen, and I have the expectation that you will do this first so that you can deserve and have this. This little messy little cord of dependency, reliance, expectation that has got some validation or some condition attuned into it. This is dangerous territory, especially if you are parenting and you're working with young children and you start to play with this energy, if this, then that, if this, then the next thing. This is very, very dangerous. Once you open up the energy of dependency, then you're opening up a whole door to addictive behavior. And you're opening another whole door to manipulative behavior, deception, denial, deceit, lies. All these little doors start to open up because the child or the person or the partner with whom we are connecting knows what they want and how they want to get it. And they're going to get it anyway. They're going to coerce or nag or push your buttons until you give that thing to them because they know what they want. But you've laid out all these different little expectations, little platforms, or these little foundations that they need to meet. And in order to meet them, they're not going to be putting their heart and soul to meet that. Go tidy your room and then we will do this. It's not going to happen. They don't want to tidy the room. They want this thing that you promised, this thing that you laid down as an expectation, a reward for good behavior. When you lay down that idea of let's do this together. My friend was saying, let's say to a child, let's bake together. So in that moment, there's this desire of let's bake together. It's like, yeah, let's do this. It'll be fun. And you can feel the energy of it. And you kind of like the thought of it. And you can see in your mind how it might work and how it might feel. And there is this delight in it. But what happens is we pull it out from the moment to a place in the future. And we place all these little expectations in between, these little bumping points where we're going to knock our heads. And we lengthen it out to a place somewhere, some place in the future. And everything can change from moment to moment, as we know, in the space of this and that. Wow. So what can we do with this? Let's rather start to think about our own energy in the space that we are in right now. What do I want to do right now, and do it right now? It brings us to a place of immediacy. And what we're doing is we are harnessing the energy that we are picking up right now, the energy of intrigue or happiness or delight. And we're using that energy to fuel the activity and to ignite the ones around us and pull them into it, so that everyone is energized into that activity, because you truly want to be in it, and your field of excellence, your electromagnetic field of delight, opens up and starts to inspire and starts to magnify those around us. And they catch it. It becomes quite it's electric, magnetic, and it catches their imagination. And the way you are, and you're being the most delightful person in the room because your energy is all lighting up. And of course, they want to be with you. They want to be with you because you want to be with you, and you're having fun, and they want to have fun with you. So you become irresistible in that space, and the activity becomes a great delight and a beautiful memory. We don't push it forward and lay down all these little potholes for something to go wrong, and some kind of deserving activity needs to come in between here and there. I hope that makes sense. Just play with it a little while and see how it feels in your being. And perhaps we can open up a different energy in ourselves and a different energy management style in our families, in our homes, in our workspaces. Go with the immediacy, be in the now, and expand the energy of that moment into a delicious repercussion of energy that enthuses and it stimulates and excites all those around you. I think this will be fun for us to play with. I hope that you will. So much love. Namaste.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.